is a brittle diabetic, so I have to sit down. And my glucose might fall to 34 and I might fall off the stage. Thank you. It's been such an honor being the poet laureate for Dorn Space.
Yeah.
This is a poem that Brian likes the best of all the poems I wrote. I've written a lot. He's got all 20 of my books back there. It's called If Only. If only one person in the world was rich, Sebastian pondered one day. Excuse me, see, I have to start over again. If only every person in the world was rich, Sebastian pondered one day. If only money grew on trees, then things could be that way. He thought about it all day long, and even went so far as to gaze up at the sky that night and wish upon a star. He considered his wish unselfish and hoped it would come true. No need to work, just time to enjoy all the things we all wished we could do. A money tree in everyone's yard, growing endless money that was real. No need for hunger or envy or crime. How relieved all the world would feel. Sebastian fell asleep in his bed after midnight, overflowing with anticipation. No need to set his alarm for 5. Tomorrow would start his permanent vacation. He ran to his window in the morning, and he was stunned to actually see, lined up in front of every single house, a flourishing money tree. He turned on the television and tuned into the morning news. Every home in the world had its own money tree. His wish had really come true. He spent that day making spectacular plans to fulfill his private dreams. Every other person on the planet was busy making similar retirement schemes. Sebastian rushed off to the shopping mall to stock up on a million things, food and clothes and traveling supplies, and maybe a few expensive rings. The parking lot was crowded and people were lined up at the door, but the signs in the windows all said closed and there were no open stores. Disappointed, he went back to his car and headed for the nearest gas station. He would fill up his tank and shop along the way. He really needed this vacation. But Sebastian couldn't get any gas for his trip. The pumps were all shut down. Feeling annoyed and puzzled by now, he drove off to a nearby town. He noticed laughing children everywhere, all engaged in happy play. He thought it was rather strange that they were not in school that day. He reached and turned on his car radio to listen to some upbeat songs. But every station was filled with static. Something was terribly wrong. Driving past a hospital, the empty parking lots were a big surprise. All of these things ran through Sebastian's head and made him realize it was not a good thing at all that no one had to work anymore. No doctors, no teachers, no policemen, and no clerks in any store. Sebastian managed to drive back home before his gas gauge registered E. He walked sullenly into his house, right past that money tree. If only this was just a bad dream, is the last thing Sebastian said before he put his pajamas on and crawled back into bed.